All right guys, welcome to the channel. We have a special video for you today. We're gonna be talking about what do you do if you have a short amount of time to get better? How do you get better quickly? We're gonna talk about exactly what we would do necessarily. So first things first, you have 5-6 days before a tournament's coming up, before a league's coming up, league championship, whatever you have coming up, you want to get better. Now we know getting better at bowling takes a long time. It takes years and years and years of failure and trial and error, and just there's so many variables. But there are ways where you could take a significant chunk out of that progress in just 1 week. Okay, now when I was in college, there was a week where I bowled really bad in the weekend tournament for our college team, and I did not want to do that again. So this is kind of what I did for those 4 or 5 days leading up to the next event. And I started at the foul line. Okay, and what I basically did was go through all of my steps. Okay, I have a 5-step approach, and I've went back, I've had a 4 and I've had a 5. It kind of just depends on you, but going through your steps and just really paying attention to your feet and your lower body. Yeah. I think that's kind of what we want to get across in this video is your lower body dictates everything. So you could focus on your swing, you can make some swing changes, but honestly, in a 4 or 5 day period, you're not going to make very much progress. If you want to get better quickly, we got to focus on the feet.
So we're basically going to be like dissecting your game in each step here and then getting comfortable in all those different places in your approach.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And it's going to be hard. So we're going to start out with a no-step approach, and we're going to go up here to the line. We're going to get our balance leg in the right position, and then I was actually thinking, what if we spend an hour at the foul line with a blindfold on? Because blindfold throwing the full shot's hard because you don't know where you're walking.
Yeah.
But what if we just blindfolded ourselves and just did this? And what would that do? You have to feel. That was almost strike. You have no option but to feel what is going on in your body. So you feel it off your hand, you feel your trail leg stay down, using your legs, just making sure that you're staying down with the shot. When you do the no step, you don't want to like raise up. You want to just plant the feet, plant this foot as well, the trail leg. Even if you're two-handed, it doesn't matter.
So how is this when you're breaking down this nose step here, because we're trying to get better quick, what are you like focusing on or envisioning or thinking about that you're trying to like improve on to take into your full approach?
There's a good chance if you're lost that you don't have much stability at the line.
Gotcha.
And maybe not, but it's never a problem to just put a little bit of time and effort into just understanding what it feels like to just stay down.
Yeah, just to throw it.
Maybe this will strike. But to activate this leg, and you want to stay down through. If you look at all the great players, they stay down through
the shot.
Yeah, okay,
they got stability.
It can be really hard to focus on that when you have steps in front of it. Okay, so now we're going to go up here. We're going to take a 1-step. We're going to move a little bit farther back, and we're going to actually kind of push away and swing the ball without a step, and go. And we kind of want to feel that same, there's obviously going to be a little bit more momentum, but we want to feel that same stability with our legs. So now we have a no step, stability. Now we have a 1-step, stability. You're going to feel a swing in there and some momentum. And we're just getting a good feel on what this feels like, really.
Now I'm inspired. I want to try a 1-step here. So I've been losing a little stability at the line. So 1-step, sometimes for me, I like to like swing the ball a little bit, and then at some point when it's in the backswing, kind of feel like it, when it's in the backswing, just start my step and go. But anyway, I just like to swing, keep my arm out in front of me, and then when I'm ready, oh man, I can already see, like just having no step or just 1 step, I almost wanted to fall off balance there.
So I actually don't know if you guys could see that or not, but when you threw that shot, you did your swing, and then you threw it, but as you were watching the ball go down the lane, your arm kept doing this.
Really?
Yeah, it was still swinging.
Huh.
And a lot of amateurs, a lot of times when we're struggling, when I'm struggling, definitely, I don't get this. I get this. Okay?
Gotcha.
And in order to keep it up, you got to force it up. So having a no step or a 1-step just right out the gate, it kind of it can at least allow you to have like this looser arm all the way through as the ball's going down the lane. is your arm straight up like this? Because it's even hard to talk when my arm's up. Or is it like this? Because you can have stability in your legs when your arm is free.
Yeah, I want to throw just one more shot real quick because I personally felt myself wanting to fall off balance there on a one step, and that's just no good. So I'm gonna stay more stable here. Yeah, much more stable. I just had to do that for my own personal, like, all right, I can stay on balance on a one step.
Yep.
All right,
so now this is where it gets fun. Okay, so the first, no step and the one step, those are whatever. Get your time in, make sure you have stability. Now we got some steps coming in. So the next one's the two step, which is not something no one really teaches, ever does. The shortest approach we see is a three step in actual competition. And then the best practice drill is a one step and no step.
I want to preface, I can't two step.
Eliminate, well, if we're going to.
I can't two step.
Okay, so now this one's kind of hard if you've never done it, because where is the ball exactly when you take your step? When you take a one step, you kind of just let the ball go to the top, take your step. But now if you do that, then you got two steps to go in. So I'm just gonna.
That was pretty good.
That's gonna be good. All right, now that one's a little trickier, but this is why this is a great drill.
I've tried this so many times, doing the same exact thing Brad's talking about here. Go through all my steps. This step right here makes no sense to me.
Oh, it's perfect.
That wasn't too bad, actually.
It's really good.
I would need to do it a couple more times to feel better about it, but that wasn't too bad.
It makes you think a little bit. It's like, okay, wait a second. When is my second step supposed to, like it actually
I just know that this step needs to be on the ground at the apex of my swing. So it's kind of like when I let this go, right before it's gonna get to its apex, I need to step.
And then you take your
and then go.
Do that a couple times, and do that a lot if you want. You know, the two step is a tricky one. We're gonna go directly into now a three step. Now this is something that Kyle's really good at, actually. If you wanna be at the highest level of bowling, if you wanna be on tour, this is a drastic thing. But for the sake of just getting better, it's a great practice tool, okay? So now we start with for me, the left again. So three steps, a little more simple. It's just push the ball down, then you start walking.
Nice.
Man,
that's pretty good.
not bad.
Again, yeah, like Brad said, this is something I actually do in competition quite a bit, because for me, I have a lot of side spine tilt, so my hips kind of bow out like this, and I hit the ball return. So where some people can look at like 23, 24, or 25 when they're up against the ball return or drift, I can't do any of those. I can only look at like 21, 22 because my hips are in the way, my head's over here, so it's not good. But anyway, when you're three-stepping in competition or just to get better, when you push it out, when the ball gets to about right at your knee here, that's when you want to take the step. As the ball is passing your knee, that's really when you want to take that first step. As far as timing goes, that's what it is. And I really like three step because it takes those first two stupid steps out of play that always just mess me up, so.
All right.
Yeah, that just feels so good. I need to just bowl like that. I need to just bowl.
Yeah, three steps a little more natural. It's like right when the ball gets here, then everything else kind of just feels, the start just feels a little different. Okay, so now we've got our no step, we've got our 1, 2, 3, now we're going into the 4 step. So as a typical 5-step guy, I start with my left and then I push, and then my right foot and the push away are the same. So now I'm just gonna eliminate that first step, and this is gonna be a normal approach. I'm just gonna start without that first step, start with the push away, and go. Okay, now we're down to a 4. Have you ever bowled actual competition with a 4-step?
Yes.
I think I remember.
Remember, there was a time.
There was a time.
So like, you know, the first 2 steps in bowling are just impossible. That's why like this, actually going through this whole sequence is very good, because if you get your first 2 steps down, and really like your first in a 5-step approach, the rest of the game's really easy. Everything starts in those first 2 steps. But when those 2 steps are off, you got some bad habits or whatever's going on, it can make bowling feel impossible. I've gone a 4-step approach because it gets rid of that first step. I couldn't get it right, so I just said, I'm just not gonna take it. So yes, on a 4-step here, basically all we're doing is the right foot as a right-hander and my hand are gonna move at the same time. So that's all I'm thinking about here.
right.
I like doing a 4th step as like a drill to do.
Yeah.
Because it kind of gets my feet going a little bit more, and my feet don't get slow, and everything gets a little more fluid. It forces me to get going a little quicker.
Yes, and it also forces you just to think about it a little bit. A lot of times when we're struggling, we're just in autopilot. Our body's in an autopilot that isn't in a great direction.
Yes.
Right? It's just kind of veering
Wrong
off into
destination.
a storm. So we just gotta re-trick our brain into actually thinking about our body, which is why the 2 steps great. Going through all the steps, that's why it's great, is because you have to actually like think, okay, what is actually going on here? And it eliminates all the nonsense that we like to think about. Okay, so now we actually have a 5-step approach. Full approach here. This should be pretty normal. Don't necessarily. Not, but okay.
That was the only one you didn't strike on.
I know, man. Should go to the 3-step. All right, we need to strike here.
I should just be synced up here, right?
Full approach. Nice.
Dang. I thought I was gonna get a little messenger help there, to be honest with you. Are we going back?
We're just going right back.
All right, I'm gonna let you run through this.
I thought we were gonna have a competition.
Oh, we are? All right, let's see how many pins we can get.
All right, now we're into the 4-step. We'll see how many pins we can get.
If you fall off, it's 0.
If you fall off, it's 0? Okay.
If you fall off, it's 0. It's probably not gonna help me by making that roll. All right, so Brad has 10 quick ones on me.
Oh yeah. I just find it kind of funny the start of your approach there.
It didn't feel comfortable, really.
It just looked a little different.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're down to a 3-step.
All right, so you got me by a pin.
I am inferior in this mode, so hopefully I can get some pins here.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of nice though. I like this. Dissecting the game.
Come
wow, on. That was kind of brutal. That's okay. I just got to be close for the 1 and 2 step. This should strike. I might consider this my A game.
Oh!
Wow.
20 to 18?
20 to 18.
Okay, now we got the...
Also, we're making this a game, but you really shouldn't try to strike on a 1 and 2 step. Maybe the 3 and 4, but the 1 and 2, you should not try to like knock down pins. So
no, definitely not. I don't even know how I'm gonna do
but
this.
you know,
right,
we can't resist some friendly competition.
All right, here we go. 2-step.
Fall off at 0.
Oh gosh, how do I even do this?
You just keep scooting back. Oh, you stuck the landing.
I stuck the landing.
7. See,
that was not a good 7 right there.
This is why I needed to just stay close. Same shot.
7 again.
Yes. I actually thought that was going to be a little better than what it was, but they're hooking.
Okay, so now I got you by 6. No, I had you by 2, and then
you got me by 2 still.
Still 6. Gosh. All right, I got you by 2.
Shaving pins out here.
Down to the 1-step.
So I got 2 shots still?
This is gonna be tough.
1 step and no step?
I gotta get a big backswing here.
Oh, he fell off. That's 0.
That's not 0.
That is 0.
There's a lean right there.
That is literally...
There's a hill.
This is why we made that rule.
You should have reminded me.
I've been telling you every shot. All right, so we got 1 step. So now I just gotta get pins here. Don't fall off.
0. He got 0.
It's like someone pushed me over.
Like a gust of wind.
Like
same gust of
strong
wind.
Gust of wind just knocked me over.
All right, now we go on to 0. Let's end on a strike here. Let's end on a strike.
End on a high quality
shot. Possible strike here. Good position. Long backswing.
That was so bad.
Fell off.
That was. I think you fell off twice. We're just gonna end this with a picture perfect foot, chair leg, arm to the side.
Look at that. Picture perfect. All right.
But I do. I like that. I like the idea of dissecting the game. This makes you do is your feet have to be under you, but your timing's got to be good on all the steps. And your timing is the same on all the steps. It's just a matter of how many steps you're taking. You're just timing on your one step of how you're releasing it, if you're doing it correctly, is the same as a full approach as far as where the ball is. You're just only taking one step instead of 5 steps.
Yeah, when I was in college, I had a terrible tournament, and then I did this every day. Every morning I would come in and just do this drill, you know, 3 or 4 times. It doesn't take much. But then I bowled the next day, and all of a sudden it's like my trail leg's on the ground, and I'm sliding into my knee, and I'm got a 260 on the board, and I'm like, wow, what a drill. It's like I now know what my feet are doing. I know where things are supposed to go, you know, whereas like when you're struggling, it's like, well, I tried that and it didn't work. Well, I tried, you know, and then your body eventually just starts to kind of lose its synchronicity, it loses its sync.
I was like, you're on your own here. I'm not getting roasted by the comments on this one. All right, guys, so give that drill a try. Let us know in the comments if this helped you get your sync back.
Get your sync back.
Get your sync back.
If it helped you flow a little better. But seriously, if you guys do this enough, if you don't just go in and practice and throw your normal games, if you actually try to go through your steps, I promise you in a couple days, in a week or so, you'll just feel different. It'll feel like there's definitely more flow. So we appreciate you guys watching the video. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you.